Yeah.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
That must have been quite a scandal.
My husband was furious. He ran around the cottage brandishing an axe and yelling that he'd kill him. The neighbours wagged their tongues a bit, but in the end I was happy the girl was taken care of. The priest was generous with his compensation. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
What went on?
Nothing. She was pretty.
Yes.
I said as much. Only she never had the chance to.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man.
The Bible does.
Well, I'm not. He was over.
Where can I find him?
I heard that too.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good, then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
God be with you. Look at...
I'd like to ask about...
Go ahead.
What went on between...
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk.
That must have been quite a...
My husband was furious. He ran around the cottage brandishing an axe and yelling that he'd kill him. The neighbours wagged their tongues a bit, but in the end I was happy the girl was taken care of. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure...
That's rubbish. People like...
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke. Did...
I'll be going.
Very good then.
I'll tell him.
Good luck then.
I'm honored that you...
It may sound strange, but I'm...
Father Simon? I last saw him when he was paying me damages. That was back when Mary was still with us. If you want to know something, ask the wife.
I understand.
What's going... Hey!
Good luck then.
Yeah! 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 This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently. I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sir Divish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit. All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right. Thanks for the warning. Have you... Rise.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to feel...
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair, but I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time. Until they find someone better.
I don't think they'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, aren't you? Hello! Juan! Get over here! Enjoy this! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Yeah.
Is that the bit? Oh!
Yeah.
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Where is everyone? Quick! Get over here!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God be with you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes, he was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish, then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just that you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good health to you. God be with you.
There's
no worse way to go.
Yeah.
A good day to you.
What's happened here?
Things are bad.
Plague?
Indeed, stop.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
Good health to you, sir.
How's it looking, Melakar?
I'm glad to see you, Henry. I'd like to thank you again. Everyone is cured. It's nothing short of a miracle.
Oh, that's a relief. You've suffered enough. We've all suffered enough.
God's truth. You know, the folk here are truly grateful. They'd have you and Nicodemus canonized if they could. They brought me gifts for the two of you. I wasn't keen on the idea at first. We're not left with much since the livestock died. But since you're here...
No. I can't possibly accept that. Give it all back, Melakar. With my thanks.
That's kind of you. I'm glad you appreciate our situation. Things are tough, all right.
I understand. I'm just glad everything turned out well.
So am I, lad. So am I. Bye.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Who are you?
That's not your concern. I'm the one asking questions here.
A man after my own heart. You'll have an easy job with me, boy.
How so?
I won't give you any problems.
That's sensible of you.
I'm a sensible man. Only I'd like to get it over quick and not keep the Rattay executioner busy too long, if you catch my drift.
I understand.
What do you want to know?
Everything. First, tell me who's behind all this. Who do you follow?
I follow the coin, lad. We all do.
That's not news to me, but who pays the coin?
I got my pay from Runt, like all the men in Pribyslavitz. And Runt got his money from the chief. And the chief had the coin minted.
Who's the chief? The bandit leader?
Bandit? If he heard you say that, he'd have your head on a spike. That's the kind of man he is. Nobody knows much about him, though. Only that he ain't Czech.
So he's a foreigner? German?
Don't think so. For sure he ain't Czech. And he's got plenty of coin. I'd stake my neck on it. He's got noble blood in his veins.
Judging by how he looks?
More by the way he talks. Any man can dress up like nobility, but he spoke all la-di-da, like a lord.
Where's that chief of yours now?
I've no idea. After Pribyslavitz, he ordered us to raid Merhoyed, but he wasn't with us. He went off who knows where. I don't reckon he'll be out of your hair for long, though.
So the chief is in command of all these operations?
You could say. I'd say you're looking at it all wrong, though.
How's that?
You ask who's in charge and who answers to who, only this ain't some noble court. There was all sorts of gangs in Pribyslavitz, big and small. Robber barons who had their own brigades calling them my lord, and common footpads who hadn't a pot to piss in. Men came, men went. Lots of squabbles, the occasional murder. Old cronies and old rivals were meeting. You know what I mean?
I suppose so.
It was one big muddle. The main thing was nobody asked questions. I didn't give a damn who the chief was, or what he had in mind, or whether he had one ball or two. All I was interested in was the coin.
Uh-huh. How did you know about Pribyslavitz? Who took you there?
A fellow by the name of Moorcock. We met near Kuttenberg. I was robbing burghers who were fleeing the town from Sigismund's army. We got to talking and he told me about Pribyslavitz.
Why did you attack Merhoyed?
The chief himself gave us the order. I reckon he wanted to show the local lords he was nowhere near finished.
So he's planning more raids?
The chief's always planning something. Pribyslavitz was only the start.
So you knew the coin was counterfeit?
Course I did. I brought those groschen to Pribyslavitz, along with a few other things.
Did you? And where did the forgeries come from?
Like, where were they made? I don't know. Some merchant by the name of Menhart gave them to me. We used to meet at the charcoal piles near Rovna, by the crossroads there. As it happens, I'm supposed to be meeting him there about now.
So Menhart's waiting there?
Might be, might not. He could have heard what happened in Pribyslavitz and decided not to show.
And does this Menhart know where the coin comes from?
How should I know? To me, he's just another link in the chain. I deal with him, and I never ask who he deals with. Just like he knows nothing about me.
I see. So I suppose there's no point asking you if you know any more about him.
It'd be a waste of breath. All he did was give me the coin, and then we went our separate ways.
And does this Menhart know...
How should I know? To me, he's just another...
I see. So I suppose there's no point asking you if you know any more about him.
It'd be a waste of breath. All he did was...
Who else knows about the money?
Apart from the chief, Menhart, Runt and me, there was a few others. The men got some real money too, with the false stuff. It'd be suspicious if they only had freshly minted coin.
You said you used to bring other things. What were they?
Letters. Menhart would give them to me for the chief. This time I was taking an answer back to Menhart too.
Have you still got that letter?
Aye. The yokels round here ain't got much interest in correspondence, apparently.
Give it to me then.
I'd be delighted.
What were the letters about?
If I knew how to read, I wouldn't be trusted to carry letters, would I? I took them from Menhart to the chief and back. That's all.
That's all I need to know for now.
For now, for the love of Christ, boy, don't let the
That's for Sir Radzig to judge.
Henry! I think old Straw's come for the brigand. Step back from that Eden, young fella!
But you can't kill me! Not just like that!
Shut the fuck up, you weasel, and keep it fucking shut! You don't even get a say! Calm down, Straw. He won't escape justice. After all, he's... Don't stand in my way, Melikar! Let Henry decide. He's the one who saved his life.
Let's talk about it.
To hell with that. That horse'll kill my boy. He won't leave Merhayed alive.
Listen to me, Straw. That isn't going to help anyone. You're a decent man, not a killer. Think of your wife.
Now where's the justice in that? My boy cut down in his youth. Didn't even have a chance to marry. And that cutthroat swine left walking the earth.
Don't worry, he won't escape justice. Surely you don't think Sir Radzig will just let him go?
What's Sir Radzig to me? You won't even let me avenge the death of my own son. Take him then. Take him and leave me with nothing but my grief.
I promise you he'll suffer for what he did.
Be quiet and go quickly before I change my mind.
Good day to you.
Gods. Take care.
Fred Beach, just this morning. Fred! Asparagus that'll cut you in half.
Good day to you.
God be with you. Take care.
Yeah!
Farewell.
Yeah!
I'm glad to...
I'd like you to show me some.
Certain.
I'd like to hone.
First, you have to...
Well. Can you teach me to be.
Certain.
I'd like to hone.
First, you have...
Well.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Pity on me. A poor wretch. Sigismund and
It's all sorted out,
his
sir.
brothers took everything
You've no need to worry about the vicar anymore.
Excellent. Some good news at last. I've heard some pretty wild rumors from Ujits. So what happened there exactly?
Maybe this will surprise you, sir, but there really were heretics in Ujits.
Are you telling me the vicar didn't come to stick his nose in my possessions?
I don't know about that, but he definitely suspected there were heretics hereabouts, and he was right.
Christ. A man doesn't expect that sort of thing in his own fiefdom. Did you catch them?
No, they ran away. The vicar's investigation wasn't exactly low-key. Anyway, they've definitely fled beyond your estate.
Oh, that's at least something. And the vicar?
He's probably hot on their heels.
Well, I hope he doesn't come back. Anyway, Henry, thanks for dealing with that vicar. You pulled a thorn from my side. Here's a little token of my gratitude.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, then. Goodbye.
Yeah!
Greetings.
I'd like to enroll.
Come tomorrow morning to the upper castle, and don't forget to bring 3... Take care.
Yeah!
Flour, egg,
Yow!
Yeah!
My humble greetings. How may I serve you? Goodbye.
I've got some. I hope you won't need them, but.
Thank you. I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking. If I didn't know.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai.
That's bad. Those two need work.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
Greeting.
Is there any work?
Are they local?
From Skalitz.
Then no. I only take him.
I've got some goods here.
All right.
말가봇은 보물지도에서만 나오나봐요. 말상인들도 안 팔던데 말가봇은.
야.
뭐가 안 나왔다. 다행이다. 아, 이제 엔딩이 가까워지고 있는 것 같아요. 메인 스토리는 아직 좀 많이 남은 것 같긴 한데 이제 할 게 점점 없어지고 있어요. 야,
God's blessings.
I have the jewels from Lady Steph.
You're just the man. Good luck then.
I'd like you to teach me.
Certainly.
Well, is there any work?
I don't need any.
I've got some goods here.
All right.
해안선 따라서 쭉 가면 되는데.
야!
해안선. 저기 말림.
Yeah. 야.
빨리 어두워지기 전에 빨리 가자.
야.
아니 이게 아닌가? 방어 번지기 어디 갔지? 퇴근했나? 어디 갔어? 뭘 찾으라는 거지?
God be with you.
The herbalist Kunhuta sent me. I'm here because of the ghost.
You don't look like you know a thing about ghosts. Why didn't she come herself? Why did she send someone so young instead? Do you know anything at all about exorcisms?
Kunhuta's back hurts, so she sent me. I don't really understand any of this, but I'll do everything I can.
God in heaven. I could have just done it myself.
What exactly's been going on?
It happens at night. Every night now an apparition comes to me and I can't get a wink of sleep. I can't take it anymore.
Whose ghost is it?
His name was Alois and he had a farm not far from Ledechko. A few years ago, his farmhouse burned down with him in it.
I've heard that people who die such horrible deaths seldom rest in peace. Why do you think he chose you of all people?
How am I supposed to know? Maybe because we're neighbours. We grew up...
Where is Alois buried? For the exorcism, I'll need flowers from his grave.
He's laid to rest in the Sasau cemetery by the wall. His grave is I've been there a few times for a visit. The first...
I know everything I need.
Then for God's sake, may the Lord watch over you.
저렇게 뜬다는 거는 퀘스트가 지금 완료가 가능하다는 말이잖아. 왜 아무것도 안 뜨지? 목수가 할 일을 찾아. 좀 자야겠네.
God be with...
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful.
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take that?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's Thomas, my foreman. Tries his best, but he ain't up to that. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing.
I'm from Skalitz, and I know them both personally. They worked in the royal mines.
In the Skalitz mines? That's skillful work. I'll be glad to talk to them. Tell them I'll give them a chance.
Farewell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, not as shallow as it looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ozírali staré báby, ratrapat.
God be with you, lad.
I'd like to enroll in the big...
All right.
Of course. Here you are.
I'll write your name down. Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
Longsword. I reckon it's what I'm best at.
Good. Get yourself ready. You're next in line. Good luck then. Entering the arena now will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And his adversary will be Stenyek, apprentice to the Ratite scribe. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Давай, добро давай.
야, 그 진따 같던 헨리가 맞냐? 가슴이 웅장해진다.
And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel.
나
Combatants
등기는
will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Take that! This. Gotcha.
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. The first combatant will be Stephen of Deliverance, spearman in the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck.
2회전.
All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Lost your wit. Shit. Peace. Fuck it. Oh dear, did that hurt? What's the matter? Lost your balls? Ish. God.
와 이거 다른 무기를 못 이기겠는데? 잘해가지고.
Change weapons.
검이다.
For the second
다행이다.
bout. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
칼은 또 이길 수 있지.
Curse it!
체력이 쟤는 만피가 되는데 나는 만피가 안 되네. 몇 번 이겨야 되지? 만피 채워주나? 만피 채워주나?
The first combatant will be the victor of many previous tourneys and a combatant today too, Peter, called Black Peter, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Soradzik-Koblar. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
왜 안 움직여?
Take that. Gotta be kidding. Arrange weapons
도끼네.
for the second bout. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields.
클린치를 자주 해야겠다.
You going to cry now? Go ahead and get Take that.
오 뭐야?
Giving up already?
이겼다.
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
나이스.
Here, Henry. Your prize.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've earned it. Good luck, then. Greetings. See you later.
I'd like to enroll.
You'll have to wait a few days until... Take care.
How are you, Henry?
한스 어디 갔지? 한스한테 이 사실을 알려야 되는데.
What are you doing?
뭐 안 그러지네.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
개재밌네 진짜. 벌써 8시야?
Hail.
Wouldn't you like to take a...
I'd love to. I love it here by the water. But how come you've been so quiet the whole time? What's on your mind?
You're on my mind.
Oh? In what way?
Oh, you know. How pretty you look in that.
Ah. You think I look pretty, do you?
Yeah. Especially when you laugh.
I was afraid you'd say especially when you've no clothes on.
Well, now that you mention it.
Come here, you charmer. Here we are. Thanks for stopping by, Henry.
My pleasure.
Greeting.
I've come for my winnings.
All right. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to...
We'll see. Can you tell... That's all.
I'll see you later. Hey! Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
I've got some goods here who...
All right. Henry, I'm glad you came.